Hey, FabTV fans, I'm here with Elia Popov of JEM again, and I just saw the Ferrari film, and it's amazing. It's really, truly amazing. Michael Mann did a crazy job, and you did a crazy job building those two Ferraris, those F1s.
Well, we had, like I said, small part, real small part in the whole process. So of all the fleet of cars, yeah, we got chosen to build just two of the 1957 F1s.
So I heard you got a phone call, and you got to put these out like in a couple weeks, something like that?
Yeah, a dear friend of ours came in as the exec producer on the project and gave us a call and said, hey, bit of a bind, can you pull this off? I asked him if he at least had the digital asset. He said he had it already. And as you know, we build cars from scratch. We metal shape bodies here. And so we agreed and knocked out two cars in 2 weeks.
I don't know. I can't wrap my brain around it because it takes like a year to build a car, and you're building a Ferrari, an American building a Ferrari in 3 weeks.
Well, we have the luxury of having multiple machines, number one, and multiple technicians who have been trained on how to metal shape. So we basically just took and threw an army at it and worked 2 shifts for 2 weeks and pulled it off. Not only that, halfway through it was realized that they also need a chassis. So we have actually a tubing bender and knocked out 2 chassis out that went in the body. So when they got them in Europe, they had chassis to bolt axles to, and the body that was already assembled to the chassis.
So I saw some of the stuff that you were doing while you were building them. You had the chassis here, and then it has to go out to get painted and brought back. And
the painting wasn't part of the original conversation. So it was, can you build 2 bodies in 2 weeks? We did. And then somewhere through the whole build process, it was realized that it'd be easier to paint in America, send over to Italy already painted. So I reached out to a dear friend of mine over at Vehicle Effects Company, Dennis McCarthy, and it was a holiday weekend, and he still knocked out 2 paint jobs in, I think, 4 days. We got the paint tones from production, who got them from Ferrari, and gave them to Dennis, and he did a great job. They were glass finish when they left.
They looked amazing. I saw the film, and they looked amazing in it. And also one of the F1s gets kind of...
I think they both did. So the whole reason they needed these bodies and these cars is because in the storyline, these were 2 of the vehicles, or they had take 1, take 2, but this vehicle was intended to be destroyed. So it showed up, they put the running gear and the axles and everything, they put it on the launching system and went and immediately crashed it into the wall.
That's kind of gutsy because from all the films I've ever worked on, you use like 5 or 10 cars to get this job done, and you guys only used 2.
They really needed only 1 take. It was a 1-take wonder, but they also had a spare just in case, so they had 2.
Give me the names of these manufacturers of these machines that you work to bend and form all these metals.
A couple years ago, we reached out to Chris Davenport. He builds these hammers. They're replicas of old school Yoders and Pettingills, and he built these in-house. And I tell you, for the Ferrari project, they were instrumental because the one way we were able to build 2 bodies so fast is instead of taking 1 piece of aluminum and shaping it, we double stacked 2 pieces. Apparently with his machines, you could go 5 thick of aluminum. So as you shape 1 body, you could be shaping up to 5. Well, in this case, this project, we just needed 2. So we double stacked every piece we hammered. We double stacked the aluminum. We formed it, and then we took apart the layers, and then we were ready to go. So that's how we were able to really shave down a lot of time from the manufacturing process. So from there, we used Davenport's machines. We use a lot of Bailey stuff. We have the MH19, and we also use their tubing bender. We have the 4x2 bender in the back I'll show you that made the chassis. And then in-house, we still manufacture JEM hammers and planching hammers and our English wheels. So some of these are built in-house for our purpose, and some of these are commissioned or purchased from manufacturers to supply for the metal shaping industry.
So you haven't seen the film yet, right?
No, I haven't seen it. I'm too busy working.
Yeah, it's a great film. It has like all this drama in it, all these things that you learn about Ferrari and everything they went through. So I can't wait for you to see your work in the film. How is it sometimes when you see hey, look, I built those, and you see it in the film? How does that feel for you?
It's awesome. I mean, anytime you get to see something you've created on the screen, it's a great feeling, especially all the hardworking people that put all the time and effort into the project here at the company. To go as a group, it's really cool is when we all go together and see it together. It's more fun that way.
That's cool. Well, the work looks amazing. The cars look amazing, and you could, I guess, build your own Ferraris if you want.
We could. If we have time, we're too busy with our day job to taking on extra stuff like that. So,
Well, thank you for your time. You did a crazy job. I mean, I just saw the film, and I was inspired to come over here and talk to you about it because I know those were your cars in the film. So, and they look spectacular, like perfect cars.
thank you very much.
All right,
come anytime.
Okay. All right, so FabTV, I highly recommend watching Ferrari, the movie. It is so well done with Adam Driver and Penelope Cruz. And this is Elia Popov from JEM Effects. And if you ever need a car constructed, he can make it for you.
The wind. Slow.
Enzo, you're going broke.
How?
You spend more than you make.
So what do I do?
Win the Mille Miglia, Enzo. Or you are out of business.
This is a gun pointed at our head. You should assign me control of your stock. I have to have all the cards in my hand.
Well, half the cards are in my hand.
All of us are racers. It's our deadly passion. Our terrible joy.
I wonder if we need me back.
How can I stay away?
If Anthony is looking for a scapegoat, then here I am.
You were supposed to save him! You promised me he wouldn't die!
The father deluded himself!
Two objects cannot occupy the same point in space at the same moment in time.